here, guys. We're back. Hold on a minute. Whoa. Is Noni infiltrating my screen? What the hell is going on here, bro? Man said double sound and that. Nah, none of that, brother. None of that, brother. Get out of it. 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 Get out of here. I see people waiting in the background. We've got a new show for you lot. True or false? Well, it's not new because it's episode 2 of True or False. So make sure a few of you pagans yesterday, you brethren, you snakes, you backstabbers, someone unsubscribed yesterday. How dare you? We're 43 away from hitting that goal. And people went, you know what? Let me unsubscribe. What an idiot, innit, guys? What a fool. Do you know what I'm saying? Rob will be here. Be up Godfrey every single time. Be it yourself. Be up SP 100%. What are you telling me? The Cucurella in the background and that. Hit a like button, subscribe. Of course, don't lack. There's a Chelsea show where we talk about Chelsea and other clubs as well. But right now is a Chelsea show. Yeah? It's 4:30 or 4:45. It's 32 degrees. I'm boiling hot. So smash that like button and let's keep it moving. Yeah? By the way, he can enjoy his retirement from winning European trophies at Arsenal. That's a fact. He won't be winning no European trophies at Arsenal. And that's why I'm shameless enough to still have this as my background. It will stay there until I decide not to, yeah? Because I can do what I want. And so can the club, yeah? So can the club. So what's everyone saying? Hope everyone's hit the like button. I put a poll in the chat. Just make sure everyone's following that poll, smashing that like, and doing the right thing. You get me? No clowns in the chat. You get me what I'm saying? Let's see what the likes are saying. Let's see what the likes. What you man got for me, the likes? Me ain't got for me for the likes, man. Yeah? Smash that like button for me. Smash that like button for me. Robert will be joining. It's a true or false show. I want everybody to give their opinions. When I'm answering the questions, I want everybody to give their opinions. One-on-one show today. We're going to get different people each day. Rob will be the main feature. I'll get him on hopefully twice. Big up, Ches. Funny guy. I've got a lot of respect for you, bro. I appreciate it, Terrell. Keep doing your thing as well. Keep posting. Yeah? Because all you have to do in social media is just keep posting. I stopped posting on TikTok. What happens to your views? You know what I'm saying? It goes down. The green screen's looking wonky. It's not wonky. It's because I've got the light in the background and it's shining on my face. So it looks... I'll shut the curtain in a minute. But it's so hot. You keep lying with the modding. Oh yeah, I'll make you a mod. I'll make you a mod, Terrell. Let's make Wesley, not Terrell. Let's make Terrell mod as well. Because Terrell's always here. He deserves it. You lot who are always here deserve to be. So refresh Terrell and Wesley. And if you guys don't do a good job, you're fired. You're fired. You know what I'm saying? Get Robin in a second. Let me just shut my curtain for you lot. You lot are moving mad. Change the screen's moving wonky. It's not wonky. I'm telling you. Watch this now. I told you. Oh, wait. Maybe it is a bit wonky. Maybe it is. I said it was back in full training. Yeah, I saw that. But anyway, let's get into the challenge. Let's get into True or False. Episode 2 with the man himself, Robert, in the building. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on, my brother? You good?
What do we call it? What's your nickname now?
I'm just Unk, you know.
What am I gonna do? Unk's too generic.
I don't know. You know.
The Chelsea uncle.
On Big Six, they call me Mugabe. You know?
What is that? Because your name is Robert M. And where are you from?
Yeah.
Are you South African?
Congo.
Oh, you're Congolese.
Yeah.
Where's Mugabe from?
Zimbabwe.
And that's what I was thinking. South of Africa, but you're from Congo, which is northwest.
Yeah. So it's around with M. Yeah, it's they say the Mugabe.
Wow. Now Mugabe knows bull. Come on.
Hey, big up Wesley.
Big up Wesley, man, 100%. Don't listen. They laughed at Rob 2 years ago, and they're slowly going. You know what? Because you were saying
2 years ago, 2 years ago I was delusional, right? I was just the yes man to Clear Lake. I was the Chelsea tie, tie from Arsenal. But
Yeah, like you
now,
back them blindly. Yeah.
yeah, it was never blindly. It's because I understood early on what we were about and the path we were taking, and the things we were gonna achieve. And yeah, this is where we are. This is where we are, and now people are joining the train, happy
A
with the
lot of
team,
people
proud
are.
of the team, proud of the team. Yeah, everybody's like, oh no, you spend all this money, or you do this, it's never been done in football ever before. It's gonna fail. But yeah, no, well, just because it's never been
No,
done.
but Jimmy made a good point. He basically said that in football you have to spend money to win. So everybody who doesn't spend money and doesn't win, we're all failures.
In
In
any
theory,
sport, in any sport.
yeah, like you're failing, basically. So basically, are we gonna have this? Are we just gonna say everyone's failed?
Yeah,
Only one team can win the Champions League.
that's why Leicester is such an anomaly that you've only seen it once in the history of football or any sports. Like teams that don't spend too much, that don't overpay or not, that they just don't. You can't win without the best players. And to have the best players, you need to acquire them from someplace.
Yeah, it's true. So that's Chelsea's job to acquire. Let's get this first question out of the way. Yeah. First one in true or false, did it before. So essentially, guys, if you don't know, it's quite easy concept. I'll ask Rob usually 3 to 4 questions, true or false, and he's got to explain and give his answer. And everyone in the chat is also involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has to try to persuade me, especially if I disagree. And we're kind of point scoring to see who can get the most true or falses, who can get the most agreements. And then Rob will give me a few as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and make them difficult, not too easy, because we actually want to spark conversation. So the first one is...
Hold on, just FYI. We shared these questions before. People don't think I know the questions.
Yeah. Rob doesn't know the questions.
I don't know the questions he's gonna ask. I don't know the questions I'm gonna ask him.
I didn't even tell Rob it was true or false. Okay, I didn't tell you true or false. He just found out.
Some true or false. Yeah.
There we go. So let's get the first out of the way. Let's make sure it's chat. Are you guys ready? Yeah. Chat, are you ready? The first question. And this one is a very interesting question and links to another subject, which we're going to speak about. I was still offline if I was an Arsenal fan, potentially. But we can't because they need to hit the like button for me. They need 50 people in here. Smash those likes, people. Let's get 25 likes. Let's go. Be up, Joey. Joey, if you want to get involved, let me know. We're doing true or false with Rob. It'd be good to get Joey as well on if he's awake and if he's available. Be up, Joey. Rob, first question for you is this. Okay? You write it out on the banner. Get people involved, okay?
Yeah.
Who? Okay, cool. It's a statement because true or false. We will regret selling Noni more than Jackson. So we will regret selling Noni more than Jackson. That's the question for the chat. Put in your straight true or false, and then let us know what you think. And then Rob's going to give his opinion right about now. True or false, Rob? We will regret selling Noni more than Jackson. True or false?
False. I think we will regret selling Jackson a lot more than we will do selling Noni. I don't think Noni will be going to Arsenal. He's gonna be a backup. He's not gonna be a star. He's gonna be a squad player.
Mm-hmm.
But I rate Jackson quite highly, and I think he has the potential to, if he goes somewhere and is nurtured properly and gets the backing from the fans and everything, there's a good environment. I think he can be one of the top strikers, not goal scorers, strikers in Europe. And I think he's the one. There hasn't been a time where we've sold a player and I'm like, we're gonna regret this. But I'm thinking Jackson is the one.
Wait, so you think Jackson could score one of the top goal scorers in the league?
No, I didn't say goal scorer. That's a striker.
Striker.
The Firmino type, or the players that how Ekitike is now. Everybody's viewing Ekitike. Like if Jackson goes, he would do way more than Ekitike is doing, and everybody will be out there crumbling for him to get to be 100 million. And I think that's what we're gonna. I think he's the first if we sell him, he's gonna be the first sale that we've had, not only under Clear Lake, but for a long time. That I think, oh, that one we're gonna regret. That one we're gonna regret.
So do you think Jackson can become a world-class talent? Or do you think he'll be a good player? So, FIFA ratings, FIFA, you've got like the players who are like 85, 86, like who are good players. And then you've got like the 90s, like Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe.
Yeah.
You think he'll be a high 80s, 90s player?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think on Jackson, I don't think he will ever be a prolific goal scorer, but he's always going to be an exceptional, what you call it, forward. I'll say he will give you his customary 12, 14, 15 goals a season, but everything like the wingers around him, if he plays with wingers, will absolutely thrive playing next to Nicholas Jackson. I think this one, if he is sold, yeah, it's kind of one of those where he's probably gone because he's just not getting the love over here. We just, the constant hate, the constant abuse, just, it's getting too much for him now. And I just want to go somewhere where he will feel more appreciated and
it's a big call, Rob. It's a big call.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Rob believes he'll be a top echelon style player. He'll be top of the game if he goes to AC Milan or.
If Jackson had come up through like the Rennes Academy or the Benfica Academy, or he would have been touted as a wonder kid. I'm telling you that right now.
Chat, what do you think on that last part? Do you believe what Rob's saying in terms of he's saying that Jackson will be a big regret if he goes to another club? He could hit at a certain level. He thinks Chelsea, this could be the first time when we sell someone, we'll quote unquote, Rob, regret it. That's what you said. So they're going to look back on it and go, you know what? We should have never done that. Even if we send 50 million, you think we'll look back on it and go, boy, that's too little. Should have kept on to him.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
50 million would represent just and there's no way Jackson should be going for less than Ekitike. No way. Because
Rob, let's argue about this. I thought about this. I think Ekitike is worth more, man. Do you know why? Rob, I know this sounds silly. Can I explain to you, please? Yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes seeing is believing, and sometimes seeing isn't believing. So you got kids, and I used to believe in Santa when I was really small. Because you've never seen him, you will all, until you're old enough to idea that he's actually not real because feasible, you always believe it's real until it's not.
Yeah.
Because we see Jackson, people see what he's doing on the pitch. They're like, nah. Like, unless even Noni, for example, we could see it, but the numbers backed it a little bit. That's why he went 50 million, because they were like, oh, he's got better numbers than Elanga. Elanga went 55 million, so therefore we won about the same, which we did. Fair enough. But Ekitike is his first season, and we still believe from what we see. It's not the other way around, where Jackson is we see, but we believe. The difference. Jackson's been here for
that is the thing.
Villarreal, seasons at Chelsea, and he's been good. But I don't know. You mean you don't believe in Santos anymore? No, I don't, unfortunately.
But that is the thing with Jackson, though. You have Ekitike that's scoring pretty much the same amount of goals in the Bundesliga. So for you to assume that he's gonna come in the Prem and outscore Jackson, right? He has, his conversion rate. He misses a lot of chances. The conversion rate is even below Jackson's. And so to think that he's gonna come here and score let's just say what Jackson did in the first season, 14 non-penalty goals in his first season.
14 non-penalty, yeah.
I think that's dreaming. I don't think Ekitike is that type of player. But what's
Jackson's potential then for you? Because if he was to stay in the team, do you believe he could score near 20 goals?
I don't think he will ever be at 20 goals a season.
Okay, we agree.
He will never be at 20 goals. It's same with Firmino. Like Firmino was top player, but he's never like a 20 goal a season player, right? Although I think he reached that one season he reached that. I don't think Jackson would ever be a prolific goal scorer, but as a forward that facilitate, like I've been saying you put Jackson in that Real Madrid team, absolutely cooking. They're absolutely
What's
cooking.
what's different between Real Madrid and Chelsea right now?
They,
Why do
they,
you say Real Madrid?
they lack somebody who offers what Jackson is the pressing, the ball carrying, the link up play, who can do the dirty works. Like all the forwards, everybody want to be at the end of after the work is done. Jackson is a forward that does the dirty work for you and lay it off for you to finish. The likes of Mbappe
So
and the
you
likes.
saying? So
Go
you
on.
saying? So you saying we? Are you saying Real Madrid have the attackers, but they don't have the link up man? But we have the link up, but not the attackers.
We don't
So
have
we,
we don't,
we
we don't have the wingers, the elite goal scoring wingers that Jackson would thrive with. You know what I mean? And so that's I believe is what like you have Vinny on one side, Mbappe on the other side,
yeah, I hear that.
just dropping down and linking up play and spamming through balls to them and doing the pressing for them and all that. He would thrive in that system in that lineup. But it is what it is. I think we will regret selling Jackson. I'm usually pro sporting directors. This one I would say you got it wrong.
Ah,
This is the one I would say you got
bro's
it wrong.
putting his foot down. Man said, "No, I'm
No,
gonna. Yeah,
no,
you're not gonna."
this one, no. I know. This
But
one I would
guys,
I would say you got it wrong.
unfortunately, against Rob's wishes, Jackson actually might be leaving. I don't know if Rob's seen. He probably has. Rob's on Twitter more than me these days. I'm not doing it that much, only for the news. But
Yeah.
I said this yesterday, but yesterday was a bit of a more frantic show, but now we can speak quite properly. So, guys, it looks like if you look at the screen very, very quickly, Jackson has a higher possibility to leave the club this summer. So it says Jackson has concrete chances to leave Chelsea, clubs in the Premier League. What clubs do you think they are, Robert, by the way, in terms of clubs? What do you think, like Bournemouth, Man United?
I think Liverpool might sniff around. I think Aston Villa might sniff around Jackson. United, yes.
Yeah, United, yeah.
Um, I think Arsenal just I don't want to say Arsenal just because.
Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Yeah,
Jackson
I
winning
think
back to back. Aye.
I think you have Villa, Liverpool if they don't get a Kitike in Isak, and then you have Man United.
Man United, I think Man United are one of the big ones no one wants to think about. I 100% guarantee. I
Yeah.
agree with Robert there.
If Man United go and buy Ollie Watkins, then Villa 100% I think will come in for Jackson.
And that would be a good move. That would be a good move.
It would be it will be a good move for him. It'll be a good move for him for sure.
Be up, Joey. I'm going to put in the description
And the,
below
and
as
the
well.
manager and the manager
Yeah.
that he was Unai Emery. So it'll be a good move for him.
Rob,
Yeah.
just so you know, when you see Wobbs Sports or Joseph Wobbs on Twitter, it's me just trolling you because I'm now that I've like met you, now I'm gonna troll you on Twitter like consistently. So like, just make sure that you're aware when you see the red slingshot in a picture.
Yeah. That's
I
you.
have this red car in my picture. Red car. It's actually a 3-wheeler. Okay.
Really? Is that a real car that you have?
Yeah, that red car is mine. I just bought it like a month ago.
Oh.
So like, but just be aware. Just be aware. I'm gonna be on the prowl trolling you on Twitter now, bro. Like you've gone too far in too many cases now. Like I gotta make sure I now that we're homies, I gotta keep you in mind.
Nah, no
Hey,
problem.
Joey, what do you think about Rob's comments about Jackson? He said that
I don't necessarily
Chelsea
think
put
he's
him
like
back.
that far off overall and like what he's saying. I just think that he rates him way higher than me and you. Like I like his overall comments like on the style of player that he is and like what he would fit is not necessarily wrong. Like I don't think that he's actually wrong by saying if he had more inside forwards and players that were closer to him that he'd be more successful. I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think he's a good fit for us as much anymore. Just based off of like how we play our wingers specifically. And we kind of saw that as the season kind of progressed, that his movement wasn't really enough for the type of players that we had on the outsides. And we don't play inside forwards, right? Like with like when you play an inside forward, you play a guy that's a lot closer to Jack. You play guys that are a lot closer to Jackson. So you're gonna end up seeing more success from those players, where our wingers are trying to touch.
So you say that we've actually been playing with SS
now we have, but all season last year, I'm talking more or less, right? Like all season, and with Jamie coming in, right? Like, yeah, I mean, I've been trying to sell Jackson for half the time he's been here. So
Rob?
like, I mean, I've been one that's very adamant. Now, here's the thing: is like I have now I feel like the sporting directors are starting to see my vision. Okay, like I sat here, I said we don't need
vision, yeah.
We don't need Noni. I said this last year. I said we don't need Noni, especially with the two players that you went and bought. Like you went and bought Esteban and Quenda. You're not going to need Noni. Here it is.
To be fair, a lot of Chelsea fans did say this, boys. They were like, hold on a minute. You can't have Noni, Quenda, Neto, and Esteban all left-footed play on the right.
Yeah, exactly. So it was always going to happen with him, right? And then,
you know what it is, Joey? The reason why people are in denial of it is because we haven't seen. I think this is the first player who's left who was playing for us a lot the last 2 years. So this is the first. You know what I mean, Robin Joe, innit? This is the first one who's like, right, we've had enough.
But here's the process of like our process, right? Like our process overall. Like if you think about like the way that this team is being built, these players only really have 2-year windows to prove themselves. And that's that's realistic. Like they really have 2-year windows. If they do not have the type of win, like they don't have the type of win years that we're asking of them within those 2 years, and you're not progressing as a footballer, especially since we're buying young players, they have to be continuously progressing. If you're not progressing, then you're next up. If Esteval doesn't hit in 2 years, he's probably getting sent on loan somewhere. Like that's the reality. Like until we can accumulate our money back from him, it's probably going on loan from somewhere. Like that's the reality of it.
That is true, but that's kind of true of pretty much everywhere in everywhere, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, Calvin Phillips at City, didn't work.
Yeah, but
isn't that okay?
City, all right, you could say City somewhat, but at Arsenal, it's not.
Yeah, well, yeah. Nowadays, Arsenal is because it is our.
No, it's not. It's always been that way with Arsenal.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, you're probably right. But that has been the criticism of Arsenal, right? Because they hold on to players for too long. The Ozil.
No, I don't. I need to get a trim. You see this? Shit is too much. That's why I have my hat like this.
Yeah, the Ozil, the Obama, and all those guys. They hold on to them for too long until they have to buy them out, and they give them these extremely high wages, and that's been the criticism of them. And that's why you kind of have to like the clubs that are well run. Like you go to Real Madrid or to Barcelona, to Bayern Munich, and to this club, even to PSG, and you don't like look at Goncalo Ramos. Like we give you a year.
Yeah, but look at now he's their Origi. They turned him into Origi. Origi.
Yeah, because maybe he doesn't want to leave or anything like that. But
not only that, I think they found a spot for him to be effective off the bench and as a rotational piece rather than it being him the starter. Right. Also, they've been trying to sell him.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to leave.
Well, it's not that. I just don't think that they'll ever get the type of money that they spend on him.
Yeah, true.
Right? Like they spent close to 80 on him. You know what I mean? Like,
don't make it easy either.
So. Yeah, exactly. So like that's the whole thing, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not going to the final, Wesley. This shit's too expensive, and I'm not about to fly out there to try to find $500.
New York. You know what
I'm saying? I live in Arizona now, bro. That flight from Arizona to New York ain't cheap.
Hey, listen, Joey, I'm getting used to the American states. I know you live in South. I know Rob.
No, I don't live in the South.
Yes, you do.
No. My shit's on. I'm in the West Coast, pretty much, bro.
West.
Oh, Joey. Sorry, I'm wrong. Rob is more like west, northwest. Yeah.
Where are you? And you're in Washington.
And Joey is touching near like the hot side on like the southwest.
Yeah, more like southwest, like near Mexico.
Come on, bro. Hey, I'm getting good at this.
Where are you? You like Washington, Oregon area?
Yeah.
I enjoy that shit, bro. I enjoy it.
See, he said the same thing. I was waiting for it, chat. Everyone compliments where Rob lives. Everyone says it. Everyone goes, "Yo, Washington, that's nice, man. That's cool."
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
It's bro. I love that area, bro. Like
Oh,
I wouldn't live there. I wouldn't live there, Ches. Like I feel like it's like it's too dreary for me to live there. Like that. It's like
quiet.
England weather.
You're
like
quiet.
you don't get the
Oh,
sun
weather.
enough.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't get the sun as much as like per se where you don't get the sun as much as where I live.
Yeah, over here you get all 4 seasons. Like
yeah,
all 4 seasons.
I'm done with winters. I don't do winters no more. You could catch me in Arizona during the winter when it's 70 degrees outside.
I'm done with winter. But I'm gonna go to Arizona in 100-degree weather.
Bro, it's about to be 100 and in about an hour it'll be 100 degrees, guaranteed.
I don't envy you, bro.
Right, let me heat up the discussion.
Mo, I'm coming to Colorado in September, by the way, for Red Rocks. So I'll try to link you.
Yeah, cool.
Fair enough. Let's heat up this discussion, yeah? Next question for you, man. True or false thing? I just make it a statement, but you get what I mean? But do Spurs have better attacking options than Chelsea? Okay, I'm asking difficult questions here because I want to be honest. I want to be real. I want to get up on the screen Spurs' attack. Now they've got Kudus. And let's say Morgan gives White get over the line. Obviously, right now it's complicated.
They're not getting that over the line. I don't know why we're talking
you don't
about
think they will? Let's assume this is yesterday.
No, because that deal is the same thing that's happening. The same thing that happened with Elise is happening with Morgan Gibbs White. They tapped up the release clause before they actually reaching out to the club. So that shit's not going to happen. It's going to be the same thing. They're going to pull out and he's going to stay.
I didn't know that. I thought it would still go through. Fair enough.
No.
Let's go with Morgan Gibbs White isn't there, yeah? Not there. Rob, true or false, do Spurs have better attacking options on midfield or defense than Chelsea next season?
Absolutely not. Absolutely 100%.
Absolutely not. Okay, let's be objective here.
It's not even close. No, I'm being objective. It's not even close. No, I'm serious. Seriously? It's not even close.
Yes. Explain. Go on. It's your floor. Go on.
All right. We have just let's say midfield. We have more goals from the midfield. Right? Enzo Fernandez alone has scored their entire midfield, right? And is more creative, provide more assists to the entire midfield, right? We have Pedro Neto, who is better than Brennan Johnson, right? We have the backup to that is Esteval, and then we have Cole Palmer in the middle, who's better than anybody they got. And then next to him is João Pedro, who also is pretty much, I will say at least on par. If not, I would take him over any attacker they have. And then you have Delap and Solanke. Now, Delap and Solanke.
Now I'll just do it position by position like Rob did, right? If it's João Pedro and Delap versus their strikers, Solanke, Richarlison, we have the edge there.
We have the edge.
At left wing, Son's leaving. It's Matthias Tell and whoever you wanted to put over there, really.
Yeah,
I'm cool with. I still think we're going to get another left winger, personally, but I rate Jamie Gittins higher than I rate Matthias Tell.
Yeah, true.
That's simple in my opinion. And then at right wing,
how much do you guys know much about Jamie?
Yeah, I've watched a lot of Jamie this year.
I
watched a lot of Bundesliga though.
They were both in Bundesliga, and Tell was playing left wing, and Bayern wanted to get rid of Tell and replace him with Gittins.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but these are different profiles, right? Tell is more of like an inside forward. Jamie's more of a winger.
In general, Bayern wanted Gittins for 100 million.
Yeah, before in January they wanted to buy Gittins.
Yeah,
because Gittins. People don't realize like the first half of the season that Gittins had was he was on smoke, like absolute smoke. Like he was like, bro, I'm telling you, I think it was 13 out of 15 games he had a goal or assist in the first half of the season.
Okay, that's what the hype. That's what the hype.
Yeah, bro. Then his manager left, and then he had to play a different kind of position. That's why the second half of the season was poor from him. He only had one goal for the rest of the second half of the season. So it was really just like how you use him is how you'll get the best out of him, because they were using him as like a second striker in most cases out in Dortmund. But to go back to your question, right?
Yeah.
At right wing with Kudus, right? If you're talking about it's Kudus, Brennan Johnson, Kudus and Brennan Johnson,
maybe. Kudus.
Yeah, but Kudus out for half the year. He's still injured.
He's out until Christmas.
Yeah, he's out until They were saying until January. Yeah, I found that out yesterday myself.
Wow.
Yeah, so like then you're talking about Kudus, Brennan Johnson, right? And then you're talking about Neto Esteval.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still taking Neto Esteval over Kudus, Brendan Johnson. And then you're talking, they're 10, you're talking about Madison Kulizeski, right? Because I still don't think they get Morgan Gibbs White, nor do I think Morgan Gibbs White is that good of a 10 anyways. Like, you're talking over Palmer. There's not a position on the pitch. There's one arguably position, right? There's one arguable position at right wing that you can argue, but in every other position, we outdo them in every other position.
Facts. I don't disagree. Yeah, that's 100% true. I don't think if you swap their, I wouldn't swap their attack with our attack, and I wouldn't swap our attack for their attack. And in every position, I think Esteval is better than any young kid they have. I think Palmer is better than any forward they have. I think Pedro Neto is better than any winger they have. I think Joao Pedro and
yeah, but we're talking about attackers, right? If we're talking about center backs,
my issue is that we scored the same amount of goals as Spurs last season.
We did exactly, but
we had more missed chances too.
And that is with
that doesn't prove anything.
But that's with our two best. We only had 2 goal scorers, and that's with them going Palmer going without scoring, and Jackson goes 14.
Yeah, we went 3 months without a striker.
Yeah, I'm trying to get up on the screen, but it's just moving so slowly. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go on, Rob. Sorry.
No, they outscored us last season, but we had one of the worst drought any 2 players can have at the same time. Like Palmer and Jackson are 2 highest goal scorers. Couldn't just were a dry spell for a minute. So yeah, no, I don't think they have. I don't think they have any attackers or their attacking unit is nowhere near the level of ours.
They're gonna overrate their attack too, though. Like,
yeah,
and not for nothing, they sacrificed defense for attack. Like that was their sacrifice. Like they went. There's a reason why they were that high up the pitch because they were sacrificing defense for attack. It's plain and simple. They're not going to be as potent as they were last year, period, because they're going to play more defensively. Like that simple. Their fullbacks are going to be.
No, but that's my point. Last
high up. Like
laptop's a bit hot. Can't even show you on the screen. Sorry about that. Sorry, chat. My bad. It's just proper slow. It's just doing these chats. But anyway, listen, yeah. Here's the thing, boys. They played a terrible system last year, hence why they finished so low in the league. Okay, so I admit that. Yes, they played more of an attacking style football. The football was not sustainable. It wasn't a good cohesive unit. The formation wasn't great. The players themselves underperformed. That's also one thing. So considering all of that and considering we had a decent season and we missed loads of chances, we scored the same amount as them behind Brentford, behind Brighton, behind Newcastle. Yes, it's not by a lot of goals, but they still score more than us. That's why I asked the question because I actually thought about it earlier and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't expect them to be as front-footed next year. So it's like I don't expect them to be scoring as many goals as they did. Look at this chat,
man. Like how we scored like 2 the same amount of goals as them and like 2 less than Brentford and Newcastle.
Bro, we went on a drought for fucking 3 months, bro.
That's my point. That's what I'm judging into the rating our attack. I'm taking this all into account.
But we've added to that though. We've added potent players to that. Like we've added Joao Pedro.
That's the question I asked you and Joey before. Joey last week and Rob I speak to at least 3 times a week. I ask Rob all the time, Joey. I said, you listen to me. I question, do we still have enough goals in our team? And everyone goes to me, yeah, we do, yeah, we do. And then I go through
No,
it.
I mean we still need another attacker. I don't think that's unquestioned in my opinion. Like,
well,
there's
Dennis disagrees with that.
I think that there's no question that we buy at least one more attacker. You know what I'm saying?
But I think I'll be with you, Ches. I think
yeah.
We will have enough goals. Would we have one person that will give you 20 goals, that will get us 20 goals next season? Probably not. But we're gonna have a lot of players that will be.
I think there's a chance Cole does again.
Yeah, maybe Cole. But we're gonna have a whole lot of players that will be in and around the 10, 12, 15 mark.
No, but Rob, the other thing is, that would be great, Joey and Rob, in an ideal world where you don't need one attacker. You have 4 players. Enzo gets 8. Jamie gets 7, 8 goals. That's a lot for a winger, by the way, for context. Especially a touchdown winger. Delap gets 15. Palmer gets 15. Esval gets 7. Neto gets 7. That's a lot of goals just there alone. No headers on, no defensive numbers. Cool. But the issue is, it's always good to have one reliable goal scorer. And that goal scorer tends to be the one that scores in big, important games, rather than relying on everybody. A lot of teams that win the league, look at Man City and look at Liverpool, they both had players in their team who relied upon. That no matter the circumstance, like, he's going to turn up to like Palmer.
Yeah, but before Haaland, right? Before Haaland, it was a goal by community system for them.
Yeah.
Like,
didn't know. Hold on. Wait a minute. Didn't KDB score hell of goals? Did Morris score hell of goals?
Not
Sterling
20.
did.
Sterling got to 20 once or twice.
No, but in those seasons where Sterling
but they all, like I said, Chez, it was all around 10 to 15.
No, but they still had Aguero there.
Not in their like their prime years. They did not have Aguero there. They were playing false 9 football under Pep. They were playing false 9 football.
No, but I agree, Joey here. But when they had Aguero, they had players like Sterling step up and get 20.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about that era. I'm talking about the Pep era.
During the Pep era, someone played false 9, but other players still did step up on the wing.
Yeah, but there wasn't like a consistent 20 goal scorer. It was always everyone was committing.
And let's be honest,
around 15 to 18.
Haaland's been there now for 3 years now. He's been there for quite a long time. That's a long time.
Yeah, and they lost the league last year.
What's that? 3 back-to-back leagues? He won 3 leagues or 2? He's won 2, right? Because Liverpool won it last year. So
when was it when they went toe-to-toe with Liverpool and they won it on the last day
against Villa? Yeah, header. Yeah.
Gundogan, like you have Gundogan playing false 9 that season. You have Kane.
Yeah.
It was by committee. It wasn't like one man was doing the work. I
think if you're considering like the fact of like the talent of the players that we have, it does not mean I don't think it's impossible for one of our players to get to 20. Like, I really don't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's impossible. Especially Cole, Zhao, or Delap, like depending on what type of streaks they go on. Like, I think that it's very possible for 20 to be achieved. Very possible.
That year, I understand, Joey, but that year, I'm looking at it now, boys. What am I looking at myself when I can show everybody else? I show everybody the team, right? Let me show Rob, Joey, and the people them. Yeah, but everyone inside. Mods, let's push these likes. A lot of people in the building right now. Let's push these likes. Look at this, boys. Jesus, who we know wasn't a great goal scorer, but then Mahrez, okay, goal scorer.
Yeah, but where's the goals? Like, show the goals.
Goal scorer. What do you mean? The goals are here. 4 man.
Yeah, I can't see where you're. What does it say that? It doesn't say the goals.
No, I'm saying this is the team they played. This the
right. Yeah, I'm telling you, but you're telling me, Ches, that there's a 20 goal scorer on that team right there. There's not 20 goals in that. There's not someone who scored 20 goals in that.
Let me see how many goals they scored in the team. We're all excited for the final, bro. We're all very excited.
Just go to the top goal scorers for that year.
Yeah, I know. What year? What year was that? 2021, 2. That's the year after they won the Champions League. Premier League. Hey, cool. Let's get it up. Don't worry, guys. We're going to speak about the game probably tomorrow. because tomorrow is the penultimate day before the game. So tomorrow we'll speak about the game rather than speaking about it today. Joey is right. I never disagreed with Joey. I'm just more on the point of
their highest goal scorer was KDB at 15. I just looked it up.
What did everyone else get? So there was from Manchester City. KDB had 15 goals.
Raheem Sterling had 13.
Yeah. Sterling had 13. Mahrez had 11.
Yeah.
Who Jesus me to look at now? I think
Foden had 9.
Bernardo Silva had 8.
Jesus had 8. Bernardo
Jesus
Silva
had 8.
So like I said, nobody got to 20, bro.
Rodrygo
Nobody got to 20. Now these are English Premier League stats specifically we're talking about. We're not talking about overall, like overall from all comps. We're talking about specifically Prem stats.
This is literally me and Joey have it up in front of me. You know what? Let me show the screen again. Guys, so you know me and Joey and waffling is literally right here. So
yeah, like I knew that though. Like
yeah.
Like, and look at the other side of it, what Liverpool did. They had 3 goal scorers. That's it. They only had 3 goal scorers on the list.
Yeah, Jota got 15, Mane 16, 23. Yeah.
So like,
so
realistically,
you
can't tell me what you just said though, Ches. If you told me those numbers that you just said, 7 here, 8 here from the 2 youngsters, 10. From Delap and the 10 from 10 to 12 from Delap and Pedro, the 15 that you get from Palmer, and from Neto. That but
that's the question.
You're well in the numbers of what you need to be.
That's the thing, Joey. Though, do you like, for example, would you rather have a Salah, Mane, and the Jota, RP Jota, by the way, every single time? That's so sad to see he was in grey. That's proper sad, man. So
why am I not using the Aguero seasons? Because in the Aguero seasons it wasn't Pep, and they didn't play the same kind of style of football.
But guys, that was my point originally, which still stands to these two to their rebuttal. My point still stands. This doesn't really disprove my point, but I want to ask a question to Rob and to Joey to respond after Rob. Yeah, would you rather have a Salah, Mane, and a Jota? Or would you rather have like the 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 2, 1, 1, 1?
I'd rather have the Man City one, because like if you can have Salah give you 20, Mane give you 16, I give you 15 and all that, and it's just like you only relying on 3 people, and so I like when the entire team feel the responsibility for wanting to win the game. You know what I mean? And so when you go into Man City, this Man City game, Rodrygo feels like he needs to come and step up. KDB, everybody going to the game feels like I need to be a goal threat rather than just, you know what, we can chill here, we can soup, like we can play DM, we can soup over here and just give it to those 3 guys and they're gonna do their thing. And after a while you get stuck. And so I prefer the do it by committee type of style. Like I would have preferred, like, if the Salah 23 goals, if it was split between 2 and one got 12 and the other one got 11, to me that's better than one person getting 23.
So who do you think? So if we looked at these numbers before, I'm looking at it now. I won't get up again because we already went through it. Who gets 13 goals now? Let's go through it. Joey, first question to you. Let's make this make sense. Realistically, this is part of the true or false, okay? I'm going to make this a true or false here. I don't know how I've done this, but I just thought on my feet. Let's go through it.
Yeah.
Chelsea have enough goals in their team. That's the true or false.
I'd say the answer is no right now. Until we get one more
I'm going to go through it position by position. I'm going to let you have a response. Just putting it on the screen so everyone could be in tangible order. Chelsea enough goals in the team. True or false chat. We just spoke about it a little bit, but now Rob, me, and Joey are going to speak about it more intensively with the comparison in numbers. Okay? Right. True or false, Chelsea have enough goals in the team. Now, this is the debate we just had the last few minutes. People listening on the playback, or if you're listening in the car or in the gym, make sure you're subscribing to Joey. His channel will be below. As always, Wab Sports, you know what I'm saying? Always going live. Rob is building himself on Twitter. YouTube's not his thing, but Twitter is his thing. And if we want to get him big on Twitter and get him a really big account, he deserves it. And he speaks sense. Just make sure we do that, guys, because it's very, very fair for everyone to do that. And sub to me because I'm doing 1.6k. So that'd be really great. Yeah. Let's go through this, Joey. And Rob, of course. So, who in our team gets 15 goals, Joey?
João Pedro.
What? What are you doing here?
What?
15 goals in the Premier League?
Yes. Why not? Why not? One of our strikers will. Bro, someone's gonna get 30 plus games in the league in our league. What? Cole will.
PTSD, Joe. PTSD.
Cole will then.
I've so hey Rob, Joey and Rob, ignore me. I've so much PTSD. I just can't see it. But Rob,
You don't see
15 goals.
You don't see 14. You don't see 15 goals from any of our striker this season. With the amount of chances we create, you can't tell me you don't see.
And by the way, I just did some numbers, right?
Yeah.
They only won the league once with Aguero scoring 20 goals. They only won the league once with Aguero scoring 20 goals. Once. It was us in 16 that we won. That was the next year was City. That was the year that he scored 20 goals, and the following year was Poole, and he scored 20 goals. And after that, he didn't score 20 goals for the rest of his career.
The other players, what you spoke.
I'm talking about Aguero.
Yeah, I know you're focusing on Aguero, but the point isn't about Aguero. But other teams, players step up in the team. But Rob, to answer the question, do I trust the Lap or João Pedro to score 15 goals? I don't have an answer for that, but I don't know how you guys do. That's the point. That's the debate. How do you?
Bro, because I think the amount of chances that we create are going to allow one of these two strikers to be able to score 15 goals. Period. That's
a lot of people in the chat are agreeing with you guys. They're saying
because, the Lab scored 12 on an Ipswich.
Be up, Parasite. The
Lab scored 12 on Ipswich. Pedro being a 15-5 type of player is very reasonable, very doable with a team that creates as many chances as us.
Yep.
Rob, what do you think?
I think we get. I said it. I think from our striker position, I think we get 25 to 30 goals between the two strikers.
Between them, okay.
Yeah,
that's like 18, 12, or 15.
I think 25.
Yeah, I said 30. Yeah, 25 to 30 between from our striking position.
I said 25 to 30. That's where my number was.
Our striking position gives us 25 to 30 goals next season.
Yeah, Wesley. This is where I'm at. It is because it's not even the clips. Forget the clips. I don't care about that, Rob. I don't care. It's not me sitting on the fence because I'm scared of the views. It's more I personally need to have faith in something I see. I keep saying it. Seeing is believing sometimes. Sometimes it's easy to speak. Get the play over the line. I want to score.
All right, let me put it in perspective for you now. Okay.
I want to see it.
Let me put it in perspective for you. Okay. I'm gonna compare the strikers to what we have now. Okay. Before we had Jackson, would you say the two strikers we have better movement than Jackson in the box? Yes or no?
What two strikers? Sorry, I'm confused.
The two strikers that we have now, do they have better movement than Nico Jackson in the box? Yes or no?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay. So the second thing, do the two strikers we have better ball striking than Nico Jackson has now?
Yeah, they both probably do. Yeah.
Okay. Have the two strikers that we have played longer at striker than Nico Jackson has?
Not at the highest. The Lap hasn't done it at the highest level. No.
That's irrelevant.
You asked the question.
Yeah, I know, but that's irrelevant. I asked the question of did they played striker as longer than Nico Jackson has?
No, they haven't. The Lap hasn't.
Yes, they have. Nico Jackson's
when
played.
When does the Lap play? So playing at the highest level does count, though.
Bro, they've literally don't. Jackson does not know how to move around in the box. That's my point.
Well, that's a Rob. Rob's the one who backs him. Rob, can you?
But that's my point. Jackson, he knows that. He doesn't need. I don't need to tell Rob. He knows that.
Rob doesn't know that.
If he doesn't know that, he's lying to himself. He knows the movement isn't good enough.
No, I agree. His movement in the box is not great.
That's what I'm saying, man.
So what, why is he in the score?
If we create the equal amount of chances that we did last year, I'm not saying more, I'm not saying less. If we create the equal amount of chances, shouldn't that striker who got 30 games, like Nico didn't get 30 games, but shouldn't the striker that gets 30 games in the Premier League get more than Nico Jackson just based off of what we just said? The two key tools that we're going to need. Oh, and not to mention the aerial threat, which I didn't even bring into consideration, that those two specific pieces are going to be a reason or could be a reason why someone outscores Jackson in this year from the last 2 years.
I don't think it's not that easy, bro.
It really is that, bro. People overthink.
Joey.
People overthink.
Bro, gather your thoughts, bro, because I want you to respond in full. And me, Joey, I'm going to interrupt you, yeah? But let me land this point. Hey, G, you just messaged me. You don't need your... If you want to jump on, G, he's my boy, but have a good audio, you'll jump on and put your camera off. If you want to have a say with the debate, because it's a good debate. There's 100 people in here. Subscribe to Joey. He needs the subs. So do I. Subscribe to me.
I'm literally I think 25 subs away from 1,000.
Cool. Hey, Mod, you know what to do. Please get and obviously stop the trolls as well. Please get Joey's YouTube on the description. Can we get Joey's channel in the description? Because obviously no description in the chat, because I'm debating with Ring and Bring right now. So let's get that done. And Rob's Twitter as well needs to go up as well. Rob, what are you on right now? How many followers you got?
I'm over 1,000.
You're too big, man. Fuck. Too big. I'm already subbed to you, Joey. Big up Parasite, man. I see your super chat. We're gonna read that out in the super chat section. So beat yourself. Joey is cooking. He's not cooking me. No way. I refuse. Make Chelsea great again. 100%. Big up CB. Rob. Joey.
I hear CB. Sorry, CB. I hear Joey. But I just will they outscore Jackson? Let's say first season, Jackson got 14 goals. I don't think they both get 15. I think the top.
Well, that's obvious, because the obvious part of that is no one's going to get the opportunity that Jackson got. Unless an injury happens, nobody's getting the opportunity that Jackson got.
I think they will.
Why?
I think
no. Jackson had an opportunity that was unheard of, bro. You don't get the starting spot at a big club with no competition. You just don't.
No.
That type of opportunity doesn't come. That comes once in a lifetime for him, and he fucked it up. That's it.
I think that's
bro. Like you played 30 something. You're not. None of our strikers are going to play 30 games in the Premier League. Do you see my point? But none of them. Neither of them are going to play 30 games.
I think the way you're thinking about it is that they won't be played together. I think they will play together more often than you think. And so
that depends on that really depends on the next signing, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Like if that next signing is Morgan Rogers, we probably won't see João Pedro more than.
What was Garnacho? No.
It's probably going to be, bro. We're not going to get Garnacho. It's more than likely going to be Morgan Rogers. Like that's what we're probably going to
myself, guys. You don't understand. I hate Chelsea so much. This give you PTSD. I can see it already.
You know what? It's been
we're not getting Garnacho, bro.
Too happy around Chelsea.
Bro, Joey, don't say no. It's gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen, bro.
You say Rob?
Something. It's been too happy around Chelsea. Something has got to be done to bring you all down.
You see, Rob. That's the type of energy that doesn't have to. That's just like the. That's what
Uncle would say. An uncle would say that though. An uncle would warn you. Listen,
logically,
you want to know something? It's more likely we get Leao than we get Garnacho.
Oh no! That's not likely.
You want to bet? You want to bet? I'll put money on that. Bro. Because Mendes can move things. Mendes ends up moving things.
I don't gamble, but I hear what you're saying.
Mendes ends up moving things like Mendes. He controls the transfer window every year, at least once a year, in one way or another, bro.
Yeah.
He's moving Felix for him. We probably got to do him a favor. I'm being serious.
I mean,
After getting Felix off the books, we probably end up having to do him another favor.
I mean, yeah, no, I don't think. I think if it was between Leao and Garnacho, I think it's 100% Garnacho that comes here.
Morgan Rogers in the title, Rodrygo. I put them in there as a perfect segue to speak about. It's perfect right now, boys. Quickly on Rodrygo and Rogers. Out of them two, Rodrygo's looking like the dream, the player who we could potentially sign. And it's come out today, by the way. I didn't bookmark it, Silly Ches. Boys, apparently we offered Sancho nearly 200k in wages to stay. We offered Sancho big wages.
That's a sign that we would pay the right we would pay someone.
So bearing that in mind, Rob, remember we had a discussion the other day. Is there a small chance we get Rodrygo? A small chance?
Yeah, there's always a chance. There's always a chance. Always there'll be a chance. But to say,
yeah,
the 200k or the 180k that we offered to Sancho, I think it was a lot of incentive based wages. Like that's how much he can reach if you hit all the incentives that he could reach. But the best pay, I highly doubt it was over 100k. Yeah, his base pay, I highly doubt it was over 100k. I think most of the 180 or 200 were mostly incentive. If you read goals, amount of performances, and if you are no problem in the dressing room and this and that, and then you will get up to 180k. But I don't think that was what we offered him, as if okay, now let's offer you more than Caicedo. There's no chance.
Oh yeah, no way. I think Caicedo's on 150 now. Is end zone Caicedo 150?
150. Yeah, there's no way.
That by the way, that's without the 20% bump. So, like every one of those guys that you saw last year gets a 20% bump with us being in Champions League. So that like the number that you see right now, if you do 20%, that's another 30k. That's them being at about 20k.
Yeah. That's good money. That's very fair. Yeah, it's very fair. And obviously, Joe and Rob will know this. They've been in the games long enough. If you win trophies now, World Cups, Champions Leagues.
Yeah, they'll get another bump if they get this win.
We'll start seeing like early 200.
They get paid out. Actually, I'm pretty sure all the players
they'll get a bonus. I don't think they'll get a bump to the wages.
Yeah,
no, it won't be a bump. It will be a bonus. But players who haven't agreed an extra will get an extra one. So, for example, I think Palmer and Caicedo have had their bump up already.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how many more bump ups you can do if we're here for 10 years or 7 years. So we'll see.
Keep performing. I'm gonna keep bumping you up, bro.
Man. Like,
keep performing. I'm gonna keep paying you more. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
exactly.
I always thought about this in the car, Rob and Joey. Yeah, people only care about excuses or money and stuff when they don't win and don't succeed in life. Do you know what I'm saying? It's always the loot. Okay, I don't want to be saying in a rude way. That's rude. It's only the people who don't meet their objectives who make the most excuses. You know, for example, you hear a lot of Arsenal fans talking about we need to save 5 million so that we can get. That's a lot of reasoning for making not the right decision. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If you win, we don't care about the wages. It goes to Rodrygo. That's the point I'm trying to make about Rodrygo is if we're good enough and he can help us win the league, no Chelsea fans are going to cry if he earns more than Palmer. No one will do. Because if he comes in and scores 15 Premier League goals and Palmer scores 15 and we've got two quality wingers and you've got Jamie there competing, no one's going to care, you know? So the fact we're willing to offer Sancho the money, for me...
I honestly think the only thing that's going to...
There's a bit of hope we can get maybe.
Competing this year is just Robert Sanchez. So outside of that, that's the only reason I think it's going to be the only hindrance from us competing.
What about Robert Sanchez?
It's the only hindrance of us competing.
I think it's going to be centre-backs. More than
the debate. Let's talk about it.
But my thing is, the reason I don't see Rodrygo is that we can offer him those wages, but he's gonna be incentive based. We're not gonna pay him straight out like, oh, he's 200k a week minimum, and then we believe you. I think with Chelsea we are on a prove it to us basis before we pay you. Like if you come here and you ball out and you prove it to us, we've shown that we can next year we'll renew a contract and bump it up if we have to, right?
I'm like, yeah, that I just don't believe Rodrygo leaves. Period. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I think he's looking at Xavi and being like, "Oh, I'll just wait it out, bro. Like I'll outlast you. Like that's how it'll end up being. I'll just outlast you. Like I don't believe you're gonna be here throughout the entire season. Like,
Is this true, by the way?
Like that's kind of where my mind is at with Rodrygo. Like as much as everyone wants to believe that he's available, I've still stayed on the fence of he's probably not going to be.
No,
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
right,
bro, like the thing is like a lot of the time Madrid is the end destination for these players. So like you don't necessarily leave Madrid unless you see it as like unless you see something else that's going to allow you to enter the World Cup.
But Joey, you know the difference
That's
is
the thing.
I agree with that, Madrid being the pinnacle, yeah. But the difference is he's young and he's won very young. He's also contributed very young. So his motivation to leave will be different to other players joining. For example, he might be willing to take a pay cut, knowing that he needs to get his career back, knowing that he wants to join a project. He might want to do a project. He might not want to do a project. He might want to go sit at Liverpool.
Yeah, but the other thing is I don't believe there's anything he can do to get a spot in the Brazil squad. I literally don't think there's a single thing.
I think there is like one is Ancelotti coaching it and the coaching in Madrid. And
Hey, that's a good point. That's a good point.
But he doesn't like it. Rodrygo and Ancelotti had a falling out at the end of the year.
Did they?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, and then when he came to the Brazil squad, he ended up sending him home.
But I'm not saying he leaves.
He was not fit in this last Brazil outing. I think
but then he showed up at he not fit, and then he showed up at the Club World Cup, played the first game, and started the first game. Not fit.
No. I hear you, but my point overall is I think Brazil. I don't think what he does in Real Madrid would have any indication of what his Brazil status will be, just because I think Ancelotti knows what he has and what he doesn't have. If he doesn't go, it's because Ancelotti never really picked him, whether he was a Real Madrid or whether it was.
I mean, he'll go just like I don't see an opportunity like where Pedro, right? Like with João Pedro, that spot's open. Like it's someone's to take.
Yeah.
At striker and for Brazil.
Yeah.
At left wing, bro, they're not moving off of Vinicius unless Vinicius just continues to rot at Madrid like he's had for the last 6 months for the most part. Like if that type of thing continues, then maybe, but like I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't see it. Like I see where you guys are coming from. Like all the signs are there for him to leave. You're right. Like didn't play that much. Like all the signs, I just like Madrid's a different monster a lot of the times, bro. Think about how many times they said that Angel Di Maria was going to leave, and then it took until he was like in his mid to late 20s to end up being moved.
Yeah, even Gareth Bale. I mean, I think Real Madrid is gonna be. I tend to agree with you that he is most likely not going to move because he's still young. He can sit there and say, "I got one more year. You know, I can go 1 year trying to prove Xabi Alonso. If he doesn't rate me, the next season I will move. Right? Next year I will move, and I think that might be the case. And then it is, you know, for us, it is, you know, whether we get Rodgers or I don't think even if we it was available, I don't think we'd go in for him. I think we'd look.
I don't think that's the case.
I think it would be more.
If he was available, I think we would be in for him. I do.
We would be interested, but I don't think he would fit in our rate structure, and I don't think he's the type of player.
You're both right. You're both right. I agree with both of you. I feel like realistically, taking my like own agenda aside and what I want, if I'm being a host, let's be honest. Chelsea will go from Joey, and we'll do the whole like Elise thing.
Yeah, we'll do the Osimhen thing.
The Osimhen thing where it's like,
here's our wages. Fit within this.
Fab. Put an update.
I can hear where you're coming from.
Joey, watch this. Fab, yeah, we're talking to him now. Yes, put that update out. Oh, there's a Chelsea fans, yo.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, and I think that
what's inevitable? Chelsea with Rodrygo is off. Deals could not be agreed, and then it'll be like Liverpool in contact.
I don't see what I've said about Rodrygo that's pissed people off. I see every week, bro. Everyone, they speak about a player that they've never watched on left wing. By the way, 90% of the people who speak about Rodrygo has never seen him play left wing. Not once. Not once. He played 10 games. No, bro, you didn't watch him. I guarantee it. Because they were against fucking Espanyol and Getafe and these teams that you didn't watch. You didn't watch. Okay? The Malik Fofana thing is the only thing is now that Lyon's staying up, like, we don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with their team. Like, that's the difference.
To be fair with you, I will say this, big up G, top right. I'll get your opinions. Big up my boy G. Big up Rob and Joey, yeah? I will give this opinion and Garrett can respond first. I do feel like Rodrygo, it is the Santa Claus effect. This is my line, by the way. So if someone steals it, you heard it here first. The Santa Claus effect. I think because people don't see him very much, like Joey's saying, they do overhype him a bit. Like people are coming in like he's going to be the next world-class winger who's going to do flicks and tricks, score top bins every week. He's even better than Esteban. Gee, just
I mean, bro, like
it's true, bro. It's true.
That's not my point, though, right? I think he has all the qualities to be a fantastic left wing. That's not the point. Like, I think you buy him thinking that he has all the qualities to be awesome.
But he's overweight.
Like,
that's because you're a hater sitting on your couch all day.
He's a couch critic. He's criticizing.
How can you not like Santa, man? I don't care for older than me. Yeah? Who doesn't like Santa Claus, bro?
That's a soft statement still, Santa Claus effect.
I mean, here's the thing, right, Ches? Like, every one of us have laughed at Arsenal for buying Noni Madueke, and they're gonna play him on the left and start him on the left probably, more than likely. We're doing the we're speaking it and doing the same thing about Rodrygo. Yes, the talent level is much higher, but how many times have we watched this guy play left wing?
How many times have we seen Jamie Gittins play left wing?
Exactly. And realistically, will Rodrygo even work in the Premier League? Like everyone's there, like hyping about it. It's like we signed Morata from that same league, and he was dead. So realistically,
I just think the talent level of Rodrygo is just it's so high. Like I get it, but we just sit here and fucking glaze it as if people know what's going to happen.
People definitely go overboard, but I get you. I know what you mean. Like everyone's assuming he's going to come to the league and replicate what he's doing in the Bundesliga, and he's not even doing bits there either.
Exactly. So he can't even get into the team. So like now we're going to be taking Madrid scrubs.
By the way, guys, that argument people think is a straw man. That actually does make sense. If you're so good, why aren't you playing? It does hold a bit of weight because if you were that good, I don't care how good Vinicius is. Has Vinicius been that good the past year?
It's not like some world-class players benching him. It's
exactly.
It's an academy kid that's playing ahead of him,
bro.
Exactly.
Well, like, just think about the history of it, right? How many Jimmy said this yesterday. I don't really agree with it overall. Like, because I do believe that he is going to be if he went to left wing and played left wing in most leagues. This one may be excluded, but most leagues would be successful. Like, I do believe that, right? But like, if we're talking about, I just don't see this. I just don't see. Every time I watch this guy, I don't see this world beater that people talk about, bro. Like, I just don't. I don't see this, bro. My family's is all Real Madrid fans. Like I watch them forcefully. They forced me to watch these fucking assholes. Like I just don't see this guy that tears up everybody. Like I don't. He fades in and out of games a lot.
No, but bro, where's Wesley?
They had 3 managers. Why did an 18-year-old start
over? I was about to say to Wesley, it's not Wesley. We're not arguing over one season. That's why I responded to Joey's point about Gittins. You got to keep the same energy. But we believe in Gittins, the club does. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Robert, and all of us here agree the club does eye good players. The argument here falls down when you go, it's not just one manager, not 2. It's 3. It's many different teams. It's international. It's not just one guy.
Lonzo's system doesn't fit the entire team.
nothing has come out to say his personality or he's a bad egg. It's nothing to do with that either. And they're not saying he's rubbish, hence why he's in Real Madrid. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's more like maybe he's just not that top level. Maybe he's just a very, very good player who's a squad player from Madrid, and for Chelsea, Arsenal would be a good, solid player. It wouldn't be elite. Maybe Saka numbers. And Saka puts up good numbers. Maybe he's like that, but no one's calling Saka some elite, once in a million winger.
Unless you're Arsenal fans.
By the way, Marca just dropped that Rodrygo does not want to leave Real Madrid.
Yeah, they're gonna do that until the beginning of the season, Rob. Yeah. It's going to be back and forth. They're going to one report's going to say he's not going to leave. One report's saying it's going to be 80 million. One report's going to say it's 150 million. Like that's Spanish news for you, bro. Like it literally flips. It flipped 3 different times yesterday. 3 different reports. 3 different things were said. All 3 of them were different, and all of them were reported on Madrid Zone. So like. You don't know. Not with Spanish reporting. You don't.
Yeah. And obviously,
I don't.
Go on, boys.
The Rodrygo thing. To me, it seems like for us Chelsea fans, the idea of Rodrygo seems to be way more driving this transfer than the reality of Rodrygo, because the reality of Rodrygo is far less than the idea of Rodrygo. And so if you people always think, because he played right wing. Now if in my mind, if I can put him on the left wing, then he will do exactly the same thing as Vini is doing, because I've seen Vini do step overs. He's also can do step overs, and therefore he can get in the same position as Vini is getting into. He can shoot the same way, and he can do the same thing as Vini does.
He's more of a creator than Vini is, anyways. Regardless, he's not a goal scorer. He's not as much of a goal scorer as what Vini is. He's more of a creator than what than.
Yeah, that's absolutely nonsense. I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't. He's not a player I would break away structure for.
Same.
Yeah, I wouldn't break away structure.
GG, let me ask you before we go. Yeah, last literally 3 minutes before we will need to head off. One player I would love to bring to the team is Morgan Rodgers, man. What do you think about Morgan Rodgers potentially joining the team? Obviously, we're not linked to him, but it could happen in the window. Chelsea have a lot of money. We're reportedly going to bring in, just this week alone, we've brought in, I think, nearly over 100 million or just under. And that's not even accounting for Badiashiles, Disassis, KDHs, Felix, Vega, Fofana as well. So what do you think about Morgan Rodgers potentially coming into the team?
The thing is, I rate Morgan Rodgers. I think he's a baller. However, I feel like it will still be. It's like an Nkunku signing or João Felix signing. It's like we're saying, oh yeah, they're versatile, but realistically, we don't know whether it's going to work or not. So it's like, yeah, I feel like he might fade away.
Are you saying
the thought of it is good, but it's like they're actually fitting him into the team and it actually working? I doubt it. I feel like it's literally like he's similar to Nkunku, like how Nkunku was at Leipzig.
Can I ask you something? Would you think that how Nkunku's played over the last few weeks, like during this Club World Cup tournament, would you say that he has played better than what he's had before or worse?
No, he's played decent. Like genuinely, I think Nkunku's played decent. Like he's not played bad. He's not played like overly amazing, but he's played decent. But I feel like if you're going back to Morgan Rodgers, like to splash that amount of money on what we already have, basically, just a younger version that's English, that I feel like we need to be targeting someone a bit more different than that.
That's fair.
Who would be for you? Because we do need a forward. Ekatike,
I think he fits like a glove in that where Nkunku's been playing.
Hold on, I want to get Garrick's player first. One sec, Joe. Gee, who what you said?
At the moment in time, I have no clue like what we need. Genuinely, yeah, Liao would be a shout, but
here's a question for Joey and Rob. Rob first, and Joey can land his point on if he thinks Rodgers will fit. Rob, here's a question for you. Do we need an inside or a touchline left winger?
If
I think we need more of a inside.
If Jackson goes inside,
Yeah.
if Jackson stays left winger.
Okay, Bez, I understand the logic, by the way. You'd have to explain that. I understand. Joey, you said Rodgers would fit.
Because I think like those inside, like we play with 2 10s a lot of the time in most games overall, and kind of in the manner of like, all right. So let me just put it in the perspective of this. Do you remember how Cole played in the first game of this tournament, where he was in that inside space and you had in that left inside space and you had Kukurea kind of bombing over the top for him? Like the way that you can use Morgan Rogers in that area, and then in if you were going to play a diamond in the midfield, like his work rate is better than all of the other players that we've mentioned, from Felix to Nkuku. Like his work rate overall for being able to cover ground and his ability to drive with the ball and the physicality that he drives with the ball is not something that we really have in this team. Profile wise, it's just different, right? Just the physical nature of the way that he plays and his ball carrying from midfield, because we really don't have a midfielder that can do what Rogers does.
Where would you play him? 8?
It would be like 8, 10, kind of. He would be
who's he competing with in the team? Enzo.
Would that be Palmer if it's a 10?
Palmer. I think he could swap out with Palmer, but I think you could play him with Palmer. I think you could play him with. I mean, like the flexibility. I think you can play him at left wing with an overlap. Like I think that you kind of have the flexibility of all of that. Right, like you have the flexibility of being able to play him in different roles because of what his tools are. Like just the tools itself allow you to be able to play him in that inside forward position. Like Rob was saying, we need an inside forward. I think you can play him there, and you could play him in more of a 10/8 role, and have him in that rotation as well.
No, we're going to assume here. I actually agree with that. I think Robert G. I think that's quite reasonable. You could play him in the 8 or the 10. He's a ball carrier from midfield. And I think Enzo needs competition too. Enzo's been fantastic the last year, but he also needs competition. I don't really see him in our team, other than Santos maybe. Is he up to level yet? No, who could compete with him? So let's see how that goes. But people, who said that? Yeah, of course, yeah. Love Rob reminded me. Oh, I did think, yeah. Thanks, Rob. There's a lot of people in this chat. So make sure you're...
Yeah, I got to head out of here, guys. Take it easy.
Subscribe to Joey. Channels below. Rob's Twitter needs to hit that 2K mark. G will be joining my channel more often as well. Hopefully he starts his own one. But yeah, love Parasite for the super chats. Really appreciate that. And everyone who's tuned in as well. The first one came in here at 5:53. It's quite a long time ago, to be fair. I agree. 25 to 30 goals between Delap, Pedro, with Delap more in the Premier League and Pedro more in the UCL, just in my opinion. And that's a good point, because Pedro has a good record in Europe.
Yeah.
He has a good record in Europe. And he captained Brighton in the Europa League.
That's a brilliant point. Yeah.
So Parasite has a very good point. And also he captained Watford at 19 years old.
Yeah.
So clearly he's got some ability about him. So that's a good point. And he also says here, love for the second super chat as well. When the second half kicked off between Palace versus Villa, FA Cup Rodgers turned his back on Watkins and did a screw face, a clear sign of immaturity. Also kind of doubting his mentality. You know what? To be fair, like, what I would say on this, every player gets annoyed at each other. Like, it's a game, they're human beings. If I played with G or against G in football or FIFA, I'll be annoyed here or something. It just happens, isn't it? We're still friends. They're still teammates. Just because you disagree is not a bad thing, but maybe I'm not seeing something you're maybe seeing, but yeah, we'll have to see on that one. But yeah, make sure. By the way, someone keep asking me about PSG. We're talking about PSG tomorrow. That's its own stream. It's the final of a big, major trophy.
Onsin Bomber.
Wait, what?
Onsin just dropped something.
Why is Robert laughing like that? What's it got to do with Chelsea? Oh,
what happened?
More bread, yeah? Bread, yeah?
Yeah.
The match is on Sunday, Ches, yeah, but the preview's on Saturday. Come on. Let's concentrate, lads. You know what I'm saying? Preview on Saturday. Bournemouth reached total agreement with Chelsea, signed Petrovic. That's a good ending to the stream. We don't really need to speak about that. He was already going to go from time ago. When you get up on the screen, right, about now. Yeah, like Rob, that was a good call, you know. Right, I was about to end the stream, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A cool little 25 mil in the pocket and we move.
Little 25 M's. Bournemouth reached a total agreement with Chelsea to sign Petrovic.
We've made 77 million in 2 days between Noni and Petrovic.
And you got people, how come Chelsea can spend so much money? Shut your mouth, man.
You know what I mean? Big haters out there.
But no, it's not even that, G. They're waffling because you give us the money, you fools.
And it's always the Arsenal fans that have the biggest chat as well.
Bro. But yeah,
I can't wait for next season when he has a good game, and we want to talk about it. Oh, we should have kept him because Sanchez is bozo.
U-turn. Apparently, Newcastle wants disaster. They can take him. Bro.
Newcastle won Disasi.
Huh?
Newcastle won Disasi.
Listen, we're just so good at selling. Bro, we've earned 77 million in 1 day. Like, it's mad. Not even 24 hours.
In less than 24 hours, man.
Woo! Raking in the money. You know what I'm saying? People, them, tomorrow, 3 o'clock-ish, PSG, Chelsea final. You know what I'm saying? Preview. I'll try and get a lot of panels on here, a lot of people on here. Hopefully, these two can make it be really good. If not, we'll get it done. You know what I'm saying? See you guys tomorrow.
In a bit, you man.